Afternoon. Hi, so today's live is called Fight or Flight, and I just have two quick stories about some incidents that
Hello,
happened.
guys.
So I just have two stories about two incidents. How are you? Adak, how are you?
I'm fine, sister.
And how's church this morning?
The church was so fantastic, and we had a good service today. Everybody liked it. I hope you too enjoy yourself in the church today.
I enjoyed it. We went to the foundation class today, isn't it?
Yes,
How was it?
it's good. We have a nice study, and I like the environment, and everyone who attend the class, so I hope they enjoy it. Actually,
And we're going to the next one, yeah?
yes,
And we're going to next week's 8 hours in the presence, yeah?
yes.
I wasn't sure if he was going to let me go. But okay, so yeah, so good afternoon. Today I'm doing a story time on two situations that happened where my reactions were either going to be fight or flight. I'm in London, and one thing about London is sometimes you can see things that happen around you. Sometimes there can be some crimes that take place around you, and it can be quite scary. Yeah, sorry. So I'm in London, and sometimes there can be situations that can be quite scary. You can see things going on around you, and it's really important not to get involved, to be honest. Sometimes people do want to be a hero and intervene, but the best thing to do is to call the police, call 999, or call an ambulance. The best thing to do is to try not to get involved. One of the criticisms in London is that nobody speaks to each other, but that's because you have to stay safe, and you just have to have your wits about you. You can't just be going around talking to everybody and just letting people into your personal space, into your personal business. You have to stay safe. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna give you the story time on two situations that happened where my responses would have been fight or flight. With fight or flight, it's a response that the body usually has to danger, and it's either you freeze or you actively resist. The first situation that happened is, as everybody knows all over the world, there's a situation like if you're on your phone and stuff, like people are more likely to snatch it out of your hands because you're just unaware of your surroundings. And when I've got headphones anyway, so I don't always have to have my phone out. But if I do have my phone out and I'm on the road, I will be facing like towards I'll be facing away from the traffic. Yeah. So if I do need to use my phone quickly and I'm out in public, I will face away from the traffic. I'm not gonna be standing there facing the traffic with my phone out, because that's a temptation. Even if nobody was planning on taking your phone, you've presented an opportunity. So anyway, so I was on my lunch break, this was years ago. I was on my lunch break and I was on the phone to my friend, and I was on the phone, and did I have earphones? Well, I think maybe because my phone was crap, nobody was likely to steal it from me. Or I think I had it on the side of like, I was using the phone away from the traffic, so I wasn't facing the traffic. Yeah. So so I was on the phone and I was on my lunch break. I was talking to my friend and I was in my own world. Hi Dale Lex. Hi Crime by Aves. Hi Harry Hammer. I'm just telling stories, two story times. So anyway, yeah. So I was on my lunch break, I was on the phone, I was using a crap phone that nobody would want, and also it was facing away from the traffic. So hi Dale Lex. I'm fine, thank you. I'm having a good weekend, and you? So then there was this woman coming towards me, and she was on her phone, but she was like blatantly on her phone. Like she was just openly on her phone. Do you get what I mean? Like she was just on her phone. She was just on her phone. Like say if I'm talking on the phone, I'm still looking around. Do you get what I mean? Like I'm not using it on the side of the traffic. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I'm still I'm still active, like I'm still looking around, I'm still aware of my surroundings. This woman coming, yeah, I do like football. Are you watching AFCON? You know Ghana qualified for the World Cup. But anyway, so this woman was coming towards me and she was on her phone and she was just like in her own world on the phone. Like she wasn't even looking up. Like it wasn't like she was looking in her phone, then looking up, looking in her phone, then looking up. No. She was completely in her phone, yeah? So she was walking towards me in her phone, like oblivious in her phone. Then, yeah, next minute, and to be honest, I didn't really notice her. Like I just kind of just what team? I don't really support a team. I like Mourinho as a manager. I do like Mourinho. I lived in Tottenham for a while, so then I was a Spurs fan and stuff, and we used to go down to like Spurs, like because we lived in the area and stuff. We were supporting Spurs, and Mourinho was there for a bit, and my husband used to support Manchester United. So obviously, I decided to, but I don't know. I don't really have like one hardcore team, but I do enjoy football. I like football. I like the stories behind football, like the personal stories. What team do you support, Del Lax? But anyway, yeah. So this woman, she's coming towards me, and she's on her phone. I'm on my phone, but I'm still like, you know, registering my surroundings. And so then this Sheffield United, did they play someone recently? Did Sheffield play recently? I feel like Sheffield recently played. So then there was this motorbike, yeah. There was this motorbike, and it had the driver and it had the passenger behind the driver. So it was two people on the motorbike, and they were driving on the pavement towards me. So the woman was walking towards me, and then I saw the motorbike coming towards me, but a moped or motorbike, I think it was a moped, and it was coming towards me slowly. So because it was driving on the pavement slowly, bear in mind I'm still on the phone, I'm still talking to my friend. So bear in mind the motorbike is coming towards me slowly. So I'm thinking maybe it wants to park, yeah. So I start backing up, like to give it space to like park or whatever. Like I'm thinking it's coming up the pavement slow to turn into one of the driveways. So when I saw it coming slowly towards me, I just backed up to like let it pass and park. All I see is the passenger, yeah, took the phone out of the lady's hand, right? And she had no type of grip on that phone because literally he just took the phone, just took it simply out of her hand. Like there was no grip whatsoever on the woman's part. So he just took the phone out of her hand. It took her like a couple of seconds to register. And then he laughed, yeah. So he looked at her, he took it, and they kept going, and he was looking at her. Then he laughed, they kept going, and then it took her like a couple more seconds. Then because they were coming towards me, I didn't want no problems. Like I did not want no problems, and I just passed to like give them space to go. Like woof, like boy, I'm not involved. So I just like gave them space so they could go. Because at first I thought they wanted to park, so I backed up. But when I saw what they did, I was just like, no problems. And then they went, and then the woman started screaming and shouting and crying. I think she chased after them for a bit, and then she stopped and she started screaming and she was saying, "My pictures, my pictures." And bear in mind, yeah, I was on the phone, so they could hear this whole commotion, and they were like saying my name, and they were calling me, like they just kept repeating my name because from the way it sounded over the phone, they thought the situation was happening to me. So like they were like, and this woman was crying, 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 and she was a mess. Like we were telling her to call the police. I think I called the police maybe. I think I told my friend. Yeah, there was a bunch of us that like surrounded her, and I think one of us called the police, and she lived around the corner. Like she didn't live far from there, and she was out there for a bit, and we were asking her like, is it insured? And then people were asking her like, are all your, like, do you have a cloud? Are all your pictures and stuff in the cloud? Telling her to cancel stuff. Like, she was crying, screaming, bawling, and her biggest thing was her pictures. But hopefully they should have all been on the cloud. But this was a long time ago, so I don't know if that was as common as it is now or whatever it is. But she was in bits, and I just thought, And then I was on my lunch break, so clearly I have to go back soon. And I called my friend because she was getting worried at that point, and I told her what happened, and she was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry about what happened to her, but I'm so glad it wasn't you," because she was quite nervous. And yeah, what I will say to that is that if you are in London and you're on your phone and stuff, like, just be aware of your surroundings. Like, just keep an eye on what's going on around you. Like, just glance around every couple of minutes, just to make sure you're safe, especially if you've got your phone out. Do you know what I mean? I just used to think people didn't really steal phones anymore. But yeah, just be careful, honestly, just be careful. And yeah, it's just, yeah, that was really, and in the back of my mind, I was just glad that she wasn't hurt. Obviously, she ain't trying to hear that, because things are bad enough for her already, and she weren't trying to hear that, that at least didn't get hurt. But yeah, I'm just glad that it wasn't violent. Obviously, it's not right they took her phone, and it's really inconvenient. It's such a pain. It can be heartbreaking in regards to the pictures and stuff if it wasn't backed up. But I'm just glad she wasn't hurt, and yeah, that's the last I heard of it. And when I explained to my friend what happened, she was just like, "Yeah, be careful." Um, but yeah, hopefully the phone was insured as well. But yeah, that's what happened in that instance. In the other instance, in the second one, that was a bit more recent. It wasn't like years and years ago. It was more recent than that. And what happened is, I was on my lunch break, different workplace, but again in London. I was on my workplace. I was in my lunch break from work, and I was. So one of the things that I reflected on is, you know what, if I see like a crime in action, I'm not going to get involved because it's too dangerous. And there's people that out there that are really desperate, and they've got nothing to lose, and no item is worth your life. No item is worth you getting hurt. But anyway, so I was on my lunch break. And then I saw like three guys running like down the road, like towards me, like three guys just running, like just running. And in life, there's different ways that people run, yeah? I think we all understand, like, there's a way that people run that you can tell that, okay, so firstly, there's when people are jogging down the road. You can kind of tell when someone's jogging. Number two, you can kind of tell when somebody's running to like catch a bus or running to keep up with someone. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like you can kind of see them like, just running to like, oh my gosh, you can kind of tell it's that type of run. Then another type of run is when someone's just going mad for leather, like just, just going, going, just running, like mad running, like, say, like when someone's chasing you, like it's that type of running, like. So anyway, so I saw these three guys. They were just blowing down the road, and that's what I'm saying. It's that type of run where it's like, what's going on? So they're running towards me, and I was like, like three guys proper running, like, like foot to the metal kind of run. And I'm thinking, what's going on? And they're running towards me, so I kind of slowed down. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then they went round the corner. So they went round the corner, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like, why are they running? And then when they went round the corner, one of them started dancing or like laughing, basically. And then, so I thought, okay, cool, they've gone. Let me just keep on walking, but stay alert, like see what else, like make sure that I'm safe. So I kept walking, and then I saw this young lady, and she was running, and she was screaming, and she was going, my phone, my phone, my phone, help, help. And I thought, oh man, what? Like they were running fast, and she wasn't running as fast as that, but she was like shouting and stuff. So I thought, oh man. Then there was another lady on the other side of me, and she was like, she just started running. Like, she just started running. Yeah. Like, she just started running after them boys. So I couldn't tell if she was with those boys, and she was like shouting something. She's going, wheeze, 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 like that. And she was just blowing down the road. And so then, I don't know what's going on. So then the other lady, when she was running, as she got closer to me before she chased the other guy, she was going, they got my phone, they got my phone. Then I realised that, oh, she's chasing them. Like, they've taken her phone and she's chasing them. And there were three young boys running really fast. And she was chasing them. And this other woman just went straight after them. And my instinct was like, no, don't chase them. Like, that's my instinct. Like, do not chase. Yeah. So I tried to shout to the girl, stop, stop, no, stop, stop. And she couldn't hear me, and she kept chasing them. So I thought, oh, obviously I'm gonna call the police, but let me just quickly go down and tell her to stop running after them, yeah? Because you don't want to corner them. So then that's the way I see it. So I was chasing after her, and I was like, stop, stop. I was like, excuse me, let them go, leave them alone, let them go. Because I didn't want her to I didn't want them to panic when they, like, say if she chased them down to their hideaway, I wouldn't want them to panic. And plus, she was going deep into an estate, yeah? So then the woman next to me that just went straight after them, I wasn't sure if she was with them or not. But I realised that she was a passerby, and she was helping the lady out, and she was shouting, police, police. But because she had the accent, I didn't hear it properly. But when I got closer to them, she was like, I could hear her saying, police, police. And the thing is, yeah, I'm on my lunch break. I'm not trying to get involved. I'm just trying to tell the girl to stop running. Like, I've got you. Like, I'll call the police for you, but you need to stop chasing them down. So then she was running after me. I was like, excuse me, stop chasing them. Leave it, just leave it. And then, I ended up running behind her all the way down to the estate, yeah? And after a while, and I was calling the police at the same time, they were on the phone with me. But then after a while, I thought, no, wait, why am I following her down to the estate where they've all gone to run to hide? Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes that can be like a snare. They could be like leading you into some dead end somewhere. Do you get what I mean? So I'm thinking, why am I even following her? So I was like, excuse me, don't chase them, don't follow them. And then I started telling, yeah, and then I just thought, nah, this is it. I ain't going any further. And I had the police on the phone, they're asking for me information. And then I thought, yeah, I've run quite deep into the estate. I'm not going any further. This is silly. If she ain't going to listen to me and stop running, that's on her. So then I was just talking to the police, saying, yeah, a robbery took place. I was giving the name of the road, and they were asking me, is the victim hurt and stuff? And I was like, I don't know. She's running after them. I'm telling her not to, but boy. And then the girl come back, and she's crying. And then I said, I've let the police on the line know, and she was crying. And I was saying to her, like, don't chase them. Why are you chasing them? Let them take your phone. Like, you're safe. Do you get what I mean? Like, obviously, it's that instinct of like, you want it back, but just be safe. So I'm like, don't chase them. Like, what are you doing? I've called the police. Just give you a statement and done. Let them have it. And then I was like, do you know your way around that estate? Like, do you know your way around? Do you understand that at this very moment they can see us? They can actually see us. We don't know where they are. They could have run into some flats and be watching us from the windows. Please stop running after them. I'm on my lunch break. And then the other woman that like ran down after them, she was like, oh, I know where they are. They're down there. They're down there. Like, hyping up the girl. Yeah, they're down there. I said, what? I said, stop it. Stop winding her up. Let them go. She's safe. What are we doing here? Charlie's Angels. Let them take the phone. So I said to the girl, I'm on my lunch break. I need to go. It's up to you. I didn't want to get this far into the estate, but I'm telling you to let it go and leave it. I've called the police for you. Leave it as that. Let the professionals come and do it. It's not like, and she's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And she was crying, crying, crying. She was like, oh no, my phone, my phone. I said, so then, obviously, the police wanted her details. She didn't have her phone clearly, so we gave them her sister's details, her sister's number and stuff. And the lady was like, "Oh, thank you," and she was really grateful that I'd come over to stop her. And then the other lady was trying to act as if, "Oh, we should go get them." I was like, "Please stop! Like, just stop." You know what I mean? Like, just stop. You know what I mean? And yeah. And then I left the lady. She was like, "Oh, thank you, thank you." She was like, "Coming out for a cup of tea." I was like, "No, I'm on my lunch break." And I went to get my patty, which is what I wanted in the first place. I wanted a beef patty that lunch break, so I went a different way to go and get it. And I went and got it, and I went home. So what I'm saying, but I'm so glad. I don't know. I'm in two minds because I'm disappointed that I run after all of them into the estate, because the whole point of me running them down was to say leave it, like just be safe, let them have it, don't follow them anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Just take that L and call the police. But here we all were, Charlie's Angels wannabes in the middle of an estate. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so those are my two stories. I've got other stories as well, but those are my story times. I hope you enjoyed it. What I'll say to you is to be safe. If you're going to use your phone in public, don't use it facing traffic. Or just be mindful of when you do have your phone out so nobody grabs it and runs off. If your area is that way inclined. I mean, some of you may come from very safe areas. And also, if you're robbed or anything, just let the people have your property. Like, I don't believe in fighting for items. I believe that your greatest asset is your life. So if they've taken something, just let them have it. And fight or flight, hopefully it's flight. But unless it's a life or death situation, I always believe you should remove yourself from the situation and stay safe. Anyway, that's the end of my live. I hope you enjoyed my story times, and I'll see you again. Bye.